Welcome to the video lectures on course Radiation and Microwave Techniques. We are going through unit number 3, that is transmission lines and waveguides. This is the fifth lecture which is focusing on rectangular cavity resonators. Let's see what are the contents of this lecture. Learning outcome, cavity resonators concept, performance parameters of cavity resonator, different types of cavity resonators we will see, and we will see rectangular cavity resonator in detail, and also we will go through the applications of cavity resonator. Starting with the contents, first learning outcomes. So after completion of this lecture, students will be able to understand cavity resonator, their performance parameter, and different types of cavity resonators. And also they will understand rectangular cavity resonator and derive its resonant frequency equation. And they will also know the applications of cavity resonators at the end of this lecture. So starting with the contents of this lecture, that is we will first go through what is cavity resonators. So microwave resonators, they are widely used in a variety of applications including the filters, oscillators, frequency meters and the tuned amplifiers. The operation of microwave resonator, it is similar to that of the lumped element resonator of the circuit theory. The cavity resonator is a metallic enclosure which is formed by shorting two ends of a section of waveguide. Hollow metallic enclosed tube exhibit resonance behavior when excited by the electromagnetic field. A given cavity resonator, it can have an infinite number of resonant modes, and each mode corresponds to the definite resonant frequency. Going to the performance parameters of resonator, the first parameter is the resonant frequency, the frequency at which the resonance occurs, while the second is the quality factor. It is a measure of frequency selectivity of a cavity defined by Q is equal to 2 pi into maximum energy stored per the energy dissipated per cycle. It is also given as Q is equal to Fr upon 3 dB bandwidth. In order to obtain high quality factor, the circuits are made highly reactive and they can be simulated by short-circuited or open-circuited section of low loss coaxial transmission line in the frequency range of 100 to 1000 MHz. At higher frequency, transmission line does not have higher quality factor due to the skin effect and the radiation loss in the cables. Most of the microwave resonators, they are constructed with the rectangular or the circular metallic cavities, which provides higher quality factor. And the last is the input impedance. So matching of the cavity resonator with the output circuit is very important. Moving to the types of cavity resonator, first is the rectangular cavity resonator. So as shown in the figure, there is just a rectangular waveguide whose length is denoted by D and it is shorted on both the ends. And the second is the circular cavity resonator. As you can see in the figure, this is a circular cavity resonator which is placed along the z-axis, and this is the one shorting plate and this is the another shorting plate. And in this way, by using the circular waveguide, the circular cavity resonator, it is formed. In both the cavity resonators, only two modes of wave propagation they are possible, and they are denoted with TE, MNP and TM-MNP. Here the P denotes the parameter related to the length of this resonator. To have resonance, it is necessary to have the standing wave pattern. We will see how the resonance it occurs inside a rectangular cavity resonator. In order to form a rectangular waveguide cavity resonator, a rectangular waveguide is taken and the ends of the rectangular waveguide, they are terminated by the shorting plates. So at this end and at this side, the shorting plates, they are kept. So when the ends of the waveguides, they are terminated by shorting plates, there will be the reflection of waves and the standing wave pattern will be generated. So as by keeping this shorting plates at the ends of the waveguide, what happens, a hollow space is formed and which causes the signal to bounce to and forth between these two plates. And the length of this cavity resonator, that is denoted with D, it must be multiples of lambda g by 2. So what will happen because of this? This will avoid the subtraction of the incident and the reflected signal. Now we will move on to the derivation of resonant frequency of rectangular cavity resonator. The wave equation in the rectangular resonator, it should satisfy the boundary condition of zero tangential electric field at the four walls of the waveguide. For TEMNP mode, the Hz can be given as H naught Z cos m pi x by A cos n pi y by B and sin p pi z by D. This term is added which is for this length of the cavity resonator, where m is 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on, that is the number of half waves in the x direction, while n equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, that is the number of half waves in the y direction, and p equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, which is the number of half waves in the z direction. And for TM, M and P, Ez is given as E naught Z sin m pi x by A sin n pi x by B into cos p pi z by D, where m is equal to 1, 2, 3, that is the number of half waves in the x direction, and n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, that is the number of half waves in the y direction, and p equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on, which is the number of half waves in the z direction. The separation of TE and TM mode, it is given by k square, which is equal to m pi by A whole bracket square plus n pi by B whole bracket square plus p pi by D whole bracket square. For a lossless dielectric, we know k square is equal to omega square mu epsilon. Putting the value of k square in this equation as omega square mu epsilon, putting omega is equal to 2 pi f r, and then we will get fr equal to 1 upon 2 under root of mu epsilon under root of m by A whole bracket square plus n by B whole bracket square plus p by D whole bracket square. We know 1 upon under root of mu epsilon is c. So we can write fr is equal to c by 2 under root of m by A whole bracket square plus n by B whole bracket square plus p by D whole bracket square, and this is applicable for TE as well as the TM mode of wave propagation and the rectangular waveguide cavity resonator. For A greater than B less than D, the dominant mode is TE101 mode for the rectangular waveguide cavity resonator. Moving to the applications of microwave cavity resonator, they are used in microwave notch filter design, in microwave frequency meter or the wave meter, to construct resonant cavity which is used in microwave tubes like reflex klystron, magnetron, etc., and in the duplexers of radar system. In this way, we have completed this lecture, in that we started with what is cavity resonator, how the cavity resonator is formed, the two different types of cavity resonator, that is rectangular cavity resonator and the circular cavity resonator we have seen, and then we explored rectangular cavity resonator in detail and calculated the resonant frequency equation for rectangular waveguide cavity resonator, and we saw the applications of the resonators, microwave resonators. Thank you.